What's up everyone, Tyler Medeiros here and welcome to TylerMedeirosTV. For those of you who are not subscribed, you can subscribe down below so you don't miss a video, and for those of you that are, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 5 most terrifying Randonautica experiences. But before we get into today's video, if you're not following me on my social medias like Instagram and Twitter, you could go ahead and do that now. You could follow me on Instagram at @TheRealTylerMedeiros and on Twitter at TylerMedeiros. But yes guys, in today's video, we're going to be looking at 5 of the most terrifying Randonautica experiences. And for those of you that may not know what Randonautica is, let me give you a little bit of a background. Randonautica is an app and was launched in 2020 on February 22nd by a man named Joshua Langfelder. The app's purpose is to generate random coordinates in your local area, causing you to explore places you may have never thought you would go to. And while exploring these places, many have found really interesting and disturbing things. You choose from 3 categories, and then the app gives you your random coordinates based on what you choose and your intent. You can choose between an attractor, a void, or an anomaly. But what's interesting about this app is you set your intent in your mind, and many have found exactly what they intended. It was in 2019 when CEO Joshua Langfelder came across a bot called Phantom Project. Theories of the Phantom Project are that random exploration could possibly allow people to break free from their predetermined realities, and how someone's mind can influence their outcome. One of the most well-known finds from the app took place in Seattle, when a group of people that were heading to the beach while using the app came across a black suitcase, which later was discovered to be human remains. Now before we get into this first clip, I want to know down below in the comments if any of you have actually used this app and what your experience was. But now that you guys know a little bit about what this app is, let's take a look at this first clip. Now in this first clip, a group of people decided to use this app while they were visiting this woman's cottage, and where it took them really freaked them out. Now it wasn't the first time that this woman had actually used the app, and where it took her the first time was an abandoned house, and where it took her this time was another abandoned house. The group of people approached the house and began looking around, but none of them had the courage to go inside because they themselves have heard the horror stories that this app can cause. Now there's been many stories of people almost being kidnapped or murdered while using this app. So this group of people really didn't want to enter that house, just in case they didn't know what was inside. The group of people even said that they could see a bunch of shoes just laying around inside this abandoned house. Now I want to know down below in the comments, would you guys have had the courage to go inside? This next clip that we're going to be getting into will definitely send chills down your spine. This guy was out riding his motorcycle one day and decided to use the app. It brought him to a location in the middle of nowhere, but he still didn't reach the location that it had given him. He still had to walk about a mile in order to get to the place that the app was telling him to go. Now, as soon as the person got off their motorcycle and began to walk towards the point that the app was telling them to, their camera started to malfunction. Now, once this person actually got to their location, It brought them to a tree that stood out from all the other trees around him. The tree that it brought this person to seemed dead, and all the other trees around it were just perfectly fine. Now, with the person only finding this strange tree, they decided to go to another location that the app gave them. The second location that the app gave this guy was about 2 miles away from that tree. And when he arrived to the second location, he couldn't believe what he saw. The app brought him to another tree that was surrounded by dead fish. And he says that there was no body of water around where this tree actually was. So what were those fish doing there, and how did they get there? But I want to know what you guys think of that clip down below in the comments. Do you guys actually think something strange is going on within this app? Or was it just a coincidence? Now, this next clip that we're going to be getting into, a girl and her boyfriend decided to use this app. And what they would find will freak you out. The app ended up bringing them to a weird street, but that wasn't where their location was just yet. They had to follow this really strange path, and it brought them into this outing where there was a bunch of trees pretty much in a circle. But that's not where the video ends. As they keep exploring, they come to a section where there's a bunch of sticks that pretty much look like a nest. As they got closer to this thing that looked like a nest, they noticed some weird markings in the middle. And there was also a pile of rocks with a bunch of other different things. Now, could the app have brought them to a place where rituals take place? I want to know what you guys think down below in the comments. Now, this next clip that we're going to be getting into could have gone terribly wrong. The app brought these two people to a playground. And once they got to the playground, they figured that the app possibly didn't work. But what happened next definitely changed their mind. Now, just as they were about to leave the playground thinking that their adventure was uneventful, an older man called the two girls over. As they approached this person's backyard, they noticed a bunch of no trespassing signs along the fences. And the man was telling them that he had a baby bunny. So against the girls' better judgment, they wandered over to check out this baby bunny. Now, as the two girls were checking out the baby bunny, they had a really strange feeling. So when the man reached for the shovel behind them, they took off. Now, once the two girls got home, they felt very unsettled with the whole situation. So they began to do a little bit of research. And what these two girls found out after really left them unsettled. When they searched the symbolism of a baby rabbit, it said that it stood for fertility, procreation, and desire. Now after that, I don't think they'll be playing this app again. Now this last video that we're going to be getting into will definitely send chills down your spine, because this person who played this Randonautica app manifested hell, and it was actually looking to sell her soul. The app ended up taking her to an abandoned house, and she had a really creepy feeling as she approached it. As she got closer to this abandoned house, or what she thought was abandoned, she noticed a set of footprints walking up to the front door and going inside. Now, could this abandoned house be where rituals took place, or are still taking place? Or is there even a gate to hell inside this house? I want to know what you guys think of that clip down below in the comments, and if you guys would have the courage to go inside this abandoned house. But alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out today's video here. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, give it a nice big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys want to see more videos just like this, let me know down below in the comments. But I want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.